Welcome to the Lakeshow podcast, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Play responsibly.
Good times.
You must be 18 years or older.
Good time. Good times.
Allie Clifton, Chris McGee, Mike Bresnahan. It is cold in here, but guess what?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Good to see you again.
See you in a while.
Happy birthday, Andrew Miller.
Drew.
Yeah,
You
Andrew
started
Miller,
the
our
nice
graphics
birthday
producer.
Shout out.
Stat Pack, Maven.
Yeah.
great.
Wealth of knowledge.
How young do you think he is?
I think he's 35.
I'll go under on that. I'll go
Okay.
33.
Wow, you guys are both wrong.
How old is he?
He is my age. Careful.
29.
Well done.
Thank you.
43?
The word that just wanted to come out of my mouth. Andrew Miller is 29 years old today. All right, let's dive into happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
You look a little
To the game
dubious
last night,
about
it was a
that.
little spicy. Spicy
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, fun, exciting.
Talking about last night?
How'd Director Bergen do?
You know what? I want to give people a lot of credit. Bergen wanted to come in and give me a little Dillon Brooks, which is bump you and run away. But for me, I give everyone a lot of credit. Bergen was very excited in the control room. We don't get to see that, but he was very calm after his loss.
Yeah.
He's a Suns fan. I give Jack, our producer, a lot of credit. The things I said to him, not very nice. They were not his fault, but I was yelling at him to call you to come do the show. Told Stu, I'm thinking about ending my career tonight. I can't do it. Worst loss in 14 years. I'm out.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, what?
Panic was
It got
real.
Really hairy there for a sec.
I told
Yeah.
Brez when Marcus Smart threw the ball behind his back, this could cost you a game.
You were
Because, Allie, I've been around sports a long time and I know it. Okay, so when you have a chance to go up 22 and basically end that game,
Yeah.
and they went on a 3-ball, boom, miss, 2. Now's a 5-point run within 2 seconds. No clock had run off. 14-2 run like that. Now you're up 8. Ball game. Now you're in a ball game. All the momentum on the Sun side. So there was just a lot of angst for me. But then it wasn't even glorious. Like, doing the show was super fun, but it was not. It was like, what are we doing here? What happened? So it was kind of. It was hilarious actually. We had a great
kinda
time.
Laughing. We're like,
Yeah.
what just happened? I mean, both teams with kind of crazy plays.
Both fan bases were mad. As Brian Bergen said, he's right. We were laughing about after the shows with like Stu and Jack out. No one's around. We're like, that was insane.
Like, what was that? You know,
The amount of things that could have happened too.
I'm going to be
know.
honest, I wasn't in here.
You weren't in here.
I watched it on the Spectrum app, though.
Yeah.
I did do that.
oh, did you hear
And,
any of the clean feed at all? Did you hear any of the during the commercials feed? Hopefully
yeah,
not,
no.
Because, okay, good.
Yeah.
Would have been the not so clean feed.
Listen, Allie, you've sat in that chair over there. You're hosting. You're getting ready for the show. You are putting out your points on what we're going to talk about. I'm talking to Jack about what the first 3 conversations are going to be about. I have my open ready to go. Throw it all away.
Isn't
None
that
of it
so
mattered.
fun, though?
Yes,
so
it's the
fun.
best part. Of course.
It's interesting, though, because you're really good with numbers. Like, you have your numbers.
those
you
numbers
have
meant
your
nothing.
routine. Isn't it fun when you just got to go rogue?
Yeah.
You're just like,
Yes, it is.
yeah. All right, let's dive in.
And you
It's also fun to come on air and be like, dude, what? That was drunk. What just happened? Because
Yeah, we were
everyone's
laughing.
relating to us. I heard that a bunch today. Like people
Yeah.
were laughing at how we opened.
yeah.
We basically
great
just
opening.
gave
Good job, Pete.
our takeaway from last night, right? The excitement, so from the actual basketball standpoint, what was your biggest takeaway?
Go ahead, Bress. I talked a lot, and I apologize to everyone.
No. I mean, the Lakers to win a game like this. I mean, I've been around this team 22 years now, and you and I were just talking off cam, Geet. I don't remember a game quite like that. I'm sure there was some wild game where someone was up a lot and then not up a lot and then lost or whatever. That game just had so much. You've got the Lakers up 20, midway through the fourth quarter practically, and blowing that lead, and then still hanging on the win. You've got Dillon Brooks throwing his weight around after potentially being the hero. Instead, he's ejected for picking up a second technical. It was ridiculous. It's one of the strangest, funniest things I've ever seen. And, it's okay if I don't see anything like that in a while, especially since we pop up, 30 seconds after the game's over?
Yep.
Here we are trying to capsulize or crystallize and encapsulate exactly what we saw, which is hard to do on a game like that.
I mean,
It
I was
fun.
so
3 times in 23 days.
I was so proud of the way they had played because defensively they were great. I was happy for Vando that he sparked the bench. I was happy for the bench that they played well. There's all these things where they built up lead and they were dominating. It was like the Suns did to them recently. What the Spurs did, where it is commanding lead, it is over, and then on that one play, and I'm not just making, I'm not pointing out Marcus Smart. He made the play. But I said to Brez, I actually was yelling at Brez, and he was laughing. And we were the only two in the conference room.
I was like, you got nothing to worry about.
Upset that he didn't take it as seriously as me. I saw it change before my very eyes. So I was like, this is all of a sudden changing the whole how you felt about this game and how they played. But to walk out of there with a win is much better than the other way. Because if you lose that game, now it's the worst loss of the season by far. It happened last year against Orlando. You still remember the buzzer beater, the Giddey up 9 with 48 seconds, and Josh Giddey hits a 70-footer to beat the Lakers because of their falling apart at the end. And just the way the Lakers kind of played down the stretch, like playing not to lose. Stu talked a lot about it during the broadcast, kind of waiting for the shot clock to go down and then just throwing up a shot. Instead of just playing the regular basketball game, playing your offense, playing the way you're supposed to play. I think that was the frustrating part. But there was also a lot of good that came out of that game. So it was hard to enjoy that in the moment. But now that you can reflect on it, there's a lot of good stuff.
The 3 minutes total over the last 10 games, Jarred Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
It's one thing to crack the rotation again. It's another to impact the way he did.
Yeah, he was a coach's decision. You're not playing 9 of the previous 10 games. Boom, he's on the court. We talked about it on the pregame show, Allie.
Yep.
We were like, is Vanderbilt, does he need to make an appearance? Maybe get a little more defense, especially with Austin Reeves out for a couple games at least with that calf injury. We were like, yeah, that'd be nice. And sure enough, he's out there trotting around, and not just trotting around. He played 15 minutes, Skeet, but it felt like 39 minutes.
Felt like a lot.
I mean, he was all over the court. He had a half dozen offensive rebounds, forcing turnovers. He made a corner 3. He also missed one, but I'll take 50% from him in 3-point range. He just injected a lot of life into a defense that needed it. Because in the previous 6, Skeet, they were giving up 122 a game on average. That's too much. That's just too much. And I thought they played really good defense until the last 7 minutes of that fourth quarter. And then all hell started to break loose.
But it was also them just hitting shots in your face.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Listen, I think Brez makes some great points. I'll just kind of piggyback off of that because I think you nailed it. In the NBA, guys can play, right? And when given an opportunity or you take the leash off and a guy can just play and get shots because stars aren't playing, this guy can score 25 or 28. Nick Smith Jr. wins us a game in Portland. We here as Laker fans all know what Vando can do for a team. When he came over in that trade in 2023, they make a run all the way to the Western Conference Finals. He was a big part of that. The job he did defensively on a Steph Curry, the job he did in the Memphis series, the job he did guarding Clay, Draymond, all those things that he did in those first couple of rounds. And then he really, for the next couple of years, was not involved very much. And we spent a lot of 2024 saying, well, when Vando comes back, he has an unbelievable Boston game for only one half. Without AD, without LeBron James, and he is playing as well as I think you can on guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And then he gets hurt. And we do not see him the rest of the year. So we know what he can bring to a team. So we are not surprised by his energy and the intangibles, how he can change a game defensively. We've seen it this year, but he fell out for a while. And listen, JJ and the staff know what they're doing, and I'm sure the communication is there. What I've always loved is watching Vando on the bench, how engaged he remains, how into these games he remains. He is not pouting. I've watched it. And that shows you what a pro he is, and that also shows you that when that phone rings, he's going to pick it up and he's going to be ready to go. So I'm happy they gave him the opportunity because Brez nailed it. When you look at the last 6 games, what has been the theme? They've all talked about it. JJ's talked about it. Defensively, we're getting cooked. Defensively, we're struggling. To JJ's defense, he hasn't had this whole team healthy ever. So we're finally getting everyone back. People are going to fall out of the rotation. But no AR, spots opened up again. You need something badly. He plugs that hole. And to see him actually provide a little offense, hit a 3, get the putback, that, to me, Allie, was what I was happy with also. But he changed the game by his intensity on the defensive end. And that's what you need sometimes. And I was surprised we didn't see it a couple games before.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it in the Utah game at home that they won when they were getting cooked early in that first quarter.
Right.
By George and Mark. And it was when he was first starting to not play. I remember thinking, it's a perfect game for Vando.
Yeah.
Comes in, he's disruptive. Yeah. Get that guy uncomfortable. He'll foul him a couple times. He'll push him. There'll be an argument, maybe a technical. But so I'm glad. Long way of saying I'm super happy for him.
Too.
Truly pro's pro because despite not playing much at all in the last 10, he was still very engaged, very energized on the bench, a great teammate. Speaking of intensity, the specific intensity between LeBron James and Dillon Brooks, I feel like it's jumped back to when Dillon was with the Grizzlies.
Glorious.
Glorious
Times.
Obviously getting ejected last night. Do you think it's become a little like renewed? The one thing I will say is Dillon's always taken on that role. We know that, right? He does impact winning. If you look at the numbers specifically with Houston and now what he's doing with the Phoenix Suns, like there is the momentum coming off the way he plays the game for his squad.
You go first, Chris.
Yes. I mean, that's true. I think he's a valuable asset if he's on your team, which means 29 other teams hate him.
Yep.
And roughly 425 other NBA players can't stand the guy. Now, what happened with him in Memphis? He kind of ran his way out of town because of that series against the Lakers. Memphis decided he's not coming back with us. Houston spent a couple years there, and he, again, now he's on a different team. The antagonizers, no matter what the sport geek, I feel like their shelf life is a little bit shorter than usual, even with teams that like him. And he's been a boon to Phoenix. He's had a nice little run with him. He's scoring. They need points. They're a lot better than people thought they would be, and he's a part of that. But I don't quite get what he did last night. Anytime he antagonizes a really, really good player like LeBron, I don't understand that. You want to antagonize someone who's not mentally strong, someone who's, streaky. If you get in their head, they're going to start missing threes or stop, going into the paint for contested runners or layups. He's picking on LeBron James, trying to pick on LeBron James. Geet, Allie, I just don't get that mantra, that mindset. I feel like he needs to edit that a little bit.
The numbers, I have this for you really quick, of impacting. With the Houston Rockets, before Dillon Brooks got there, they were 22-60. With him, they were 93-71.
Helps with the other guys that came in.
36-46 with him at the time, which is a week ago, 14-10.
Yeah.
So does it last, I think, is what Brez is saying. Same thing with Memphis. They turned it around. He has been a part of it. Here's what I'm going to say. The bad news for everyone, Dillon Brooks can play. Like Dillon Brooks is now an offensive threat. When he was with Memphis, he was not. Right. We loved him shooting them out of that series. The Lakers were leaving him open. Him talking smack with LeBron changed that entire series. They showed up for game 3, and LA was ready. We hadn't been in that kind of fight as a fan base in a long time, and it literally propelled us to win that series and move on and beat Golden State. Yep. I'm telling you that right now. I love this rivalry because it's actually real, and we've seen it firsthand for years now, and it continues. Now, do I think he's so over the top with how he goes at LeBron? Yes, but that's how he's making his name in his league. Now, is he overdoing it? Yes, but he can play bad. What he's doing for Phoenix is real. So that it's like, listen, when the Clippers, I remember when the Clippers started to come of age, Lob City, Blake, CP3, and I was like, why do you care about them? Well, because they're good now. Right. So we care. Like, Dillon Brooks is good. So it makes the rivalry even better and bigger and more intense. So I'm all for it. What happened last night was just two guys absolutely going at it. And it was awesome. It's a bummer that he bumped him and got the technical. He probably thought he got fouled on that. Whatever the case, like,
that's so weird.
You're in the moment. They kind of had to give it to him because they gave one to LeBron. So, bummer to happen, but I'm all for it, man. Like, I think it's fantastic for the league. I really do. I love because they really don't they don't like each other.
Yeah.
And you know
so
what?
Fun.
That's
pretty
okay.
Plain, pretty evident.
That's okay in sports. Yeah. We're not all here for orange slices. You want to get that, Allie? Go play AYSO on Saturday.
AYSO?
Yeah, go play little soccer if you want to go orange slices and not keep score.
I do love orange slices.
Do you have eligibility left for AYSO?
I've never heard of it. Speaking of player rivalries, I want your top 3 favorite NBA rivalries of all time. Brez, we're going to start with you.
You got to start with Magic versus Larry Bird. I mean, that led to the whole NBA being what it was. It was kind of struggling for its identity in the 80s, even though it had been around for several decades at that point, Geet. And then these two guys come along, same draft, same polar opposite teams that already hated each other.
Yep.
And wow, what a outburst of ratings and excitement for the NBA in the 80s. And Allie, you weren't born yet, but it was a fun time. At the end. All right. Wait, so you're not 29?
Oh, Brez, don't do the quick math, you Wisconsin Badger.
But I feel like they're number one, Geet. I'm sure you got them up there too. My number 2 would probably be Kobe versus anybody on Boston. Mm-hmm. After the Lakers lost to Boston in 2008, he just hated talking about it. He understood the history. Kobe was very well rehearsed in history. And he understood exactly what the Celtics stood for. He was so bummed that he could not help the Lakers beat them. He hated everybody on that team, probably Paul Pierce in particular. He kind of actually he had a little beef with Ray Allen too, I remember.
Yep.
At any rate,
Got in a fight with Reggie Miller, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. And then finally, Shaq against any of his perceived foes. Shaq always cracked
Brad
me up.
Miller.
Yeah, like, why are you picking on Brad Miller? You know, who's the other guy? Ostertag? He slapped Ostertag.
Yeah.
I mean,
Openham
Shaq.
slapped him and missed the opening night of the NBA. It was awesome.
I mean,
No big deal.
It's like, Shaq, what do you do? Who cares? But Shaq would create
Dwight.
these little... Dwight, of course, you know. He'd create these little mini rivalries in his head, and I just found him so
All the
entertaining.
great ones do.
And, of course, he and Kobe had a falling out. That was a little more serious than the ones we're talking about. But anybody that Shaq perceived as an enemy, I would just crack up like, where is this coming from?
Yeah. For me, Brez, it's funny. I was talking to Holland, our producer. I almost picked Kobe versus everyone, but I didn't. But we were both laughing because you had Kobe versus Celtics.
Right.
I think I went with my third one as Doug Christie and Rick Fox
That's such a good
because
one. Yes.
we lived it, and it was right here in L.A.
Yep.
And if you weren't a part of it as a Laker fan back in 2000, 2001, actually 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, that rivalry had taken over because Boston wasn't good at that time.
Yeah.
It was Sacramento, LA, and the hatred was absolutely real. And the way they hated the LA fans, Lakers smashed them in 01. We thought they would go away. They actually came back better because Weber was supposed to leave and he didn't. Doug Christie and Rick Fox getting the brawl. I mean, the fight, they're in the tunnel. His wife's over there with the purse. Shaq's trying to break it up. And then the Robert Horry hits that shot while they're, for them to go up 3-1. Lakers win in 7 on their home floor.
Right.
That was a real rivalry that lasted for a few years. And I don't think they like each other. But number 2 was Steph and LeBron for me.
Oh, it's a good one.
Because of the way they... Because remember, rivalry doesn't mean you have to hate each other, even though we think of that a lot. That's why I picked Doug Christie, but I wanted to go with LeBron and Steph because that was, to me, like a beautiful age of basketball. Those games, and Lakers weren't involved, but it still kept me captivated, and it still kept me watching. And they would play on Christmas Day, and then they would play in the finals, and it was absolutely incredible. And to see them come together and play on the same team in Paris, it kind of came full circle for me. So seeing the two of the all-time greats like that, and that's why Magic and Bird are my number one. That was my childhood. That was my youth. Saved the NBA. No matter who you talk to, what they were able to do to bring the NBA to life, and have that rivalry that went across an entire decade, meet in the finals all those times, pretty special.
I love that. Great breakdown from the both of you.
That was fun.
Thanks.
Sitting over here trying to figure out which one I would pick.
Yeah, who would you
We're
pick?
going to take a quick break
Think about it
now.
in commercial.
When we return, we're playing a little game we like to call Bucket or Brick.
It's for you,
Brett's
Brett.
favorite game. Next.
Good job, Brett.
Hoops fans, Morongo Casino Resort and Spa is a great place to catch all the action.
They've got great bars with incredible beers and cocktails.
Fantastic food, too, from snacks to seafood to steaks.
And big screens everywhere showing all the big games.
Endless slots and table games. I never want to leave.
Don't forget the great deals at Desert Hills Premium Outlets. Can't wait to show you what I got.
That's why I love Morongo.
A slam dunk of good times every time.
Morongo Casino Resort and Spa is a California licensed gambling facility. You must be 18 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Welcome back to the Lakeshow Podcast. If you're enjoying the show, you can check out more original podcasts from our Spectrum News journalists in the Spectrum News app. Just head to the podcast section to listen to the latest episodes. You can download the Spectrum News app on the App Store or Google Play. It's time for a round of Bucket or Brick presented by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Play responsibly. You must be 18 years or older. Lakers played great defense versus the Suns on Sunday until the Suns' fourth quarter comeback. Don't. Bucket or Brick, the Lakers defense will always be an issue this season.
I'm going to brick it because I think they have a trade in them that we're going to see over the next couple months. I think they're going to go after somebody to shore up the perimeter defense. Not a lot of rim protection for this team either, but I feel like nowadays you really need perimeter guys before you need a shot blocker. Don't get me wrong. If Wemby wants to come for join the Lakers in a few years, we'll come on board. But I think they still have a trade in them, Geet. And if the trade market doesn't work, because teams I'm sure are going to try to fleece the Lakers, right? If that doesn't work, maybe in the buyout period, they get a guy who says, I'm tired of playing for a bad team. You, front office, buy me out. I want to join a team that's a contender. Maybe you sign someone in the post trade deadline.
I'm going to brick it as well, Brez. I think we're 25 games in and they're 18-7.
Yeah.
Is it their strength? No. Is it going to be? No. They are the team that has had some great defensive games, but they have to give maximum effort on that end of the floor. And when they don't, they can be in big trouble. And we have identified teams that cause them a lot of trouble. But Brez is right. They need help on the perimeter if they want to, catapult into the top 15 in the league, which I think you need to be if you really want to be a defender. But yeah, I don't think it's an issue all season because I think there are remedies and I think they can be pretty good. But it is tough, man. It is hard to ask for maximum effort on defense there. You're sometimes not going to work, right? You're not going to have a good game on that end of the floor. And we've seen it. We've seen it 7 times.
Isn't it crazy that Adam Silver wants to shift the game back more towards the defense?
More towards the defensive end.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Lakers are on
Guys are picking up full court. It's so different now. I mean,
I know.
you can see guys are out.
Lakers are on a 4-game road trip. Last 3 teams at Utah, at Clippers, at Suns. Dan Wojcicki, who's on the show, of course, said that they're all 1-game trips because the Lakers will return in the middle of each. Just wild. Bucket or brick. Lakers will go 4-0 on this road trip.
Can you read the teams again? Clippers.
Utah, Clippers.
Jazz, Kings, Suns.
No, just Suns. Jazz, Clippers, Suns. No Kings.
Okay.
Oh.
They're coming up, though.
Oh, because we're 1-0 already on the road trip.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think they will go 4-0, actually. I mean, talk about a dead team, the Clippers. I mean, what is going on over there, Allie? You have some deep NBA sources, Let us know.
I don't know
Where's Brad
anything.
Turner when we need him to tell us what's happening? He's not
where's
even covering
BT?
them even more. I think that you win it against Utah in the Clips, and they're going to be 21-7. I think that's outstanding, actually.
I'm going to bucket it also because I just won't allow myself to brick it. But I'm just going to say this also. I could see 3-1. But I'm going to say 4-0 because I just can't go the other way.
I love that.
And they're really
The
good on
Suns.
the
I
road,
refuse.
too.
The Suns.
I don't care. I just refuse. We're not losing. There's another team I refuse to lose to, so we're not doing that.
LeBron is averaging 24 points in his last 3 games. Bucket or brick. LeBron is fully back.
I'm going to say, Brez, and this might surprise people, I'm going to brick it because I think he is close to coming back. I think he is on his way. He is ramping up. You see it, the energy, all of that. But he would tell you he's not all the way back yet, but he will be.
I agree. I think I would brick this too. Does that mean we're agreeing on everything? I mean, yeah, there's another gear.
Brez, we're 2 smart guys. We're not going to play around out here.
He's in 3rd gear right now. Maybe still in 2nd gear. He's going to gear up. It's only 8 games he's played. Yeah, I think he's played 8 games. That's not a lot. So he's got some room to run too.
But he has looked really good, I thought, the last few games.
Yeah, there's a
see
hint
it.
of it. Yeah, for sure.
On its return. The NBA is actively discussing moving the Emirates NBA Cup Championship game and possibly the semifinals away from Las Vegas. Bucket or brick, the NBA Cup Finals should be moved out of Vegas with a rotated location.
Well, that could be kind of fun. I'm going to bucket this, Geet.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I like that. Why not? Where else could they go that doesn't have an NBA team or is a fun city? New York, Chicago, Miami. Maybe it'll be like the Super Bowl, Geet, just warm weather cities. Miami, LA, Bay Area. So everyone in the Midwest and the East who's miserable right now because of the weather, they can get a little sunshine, Allie, and a nice weekend of basketball.
Did you bucket it?
How about like
bucket.
Hawaii or
How about that?
Bahamas?
Is it okay if I brick it with this caveat? Because I think the semifinals should be played at the home court because I
like
think that will be more juice.
Yes.
The crowd will be loving that. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
call.
I like the Vegas thing. Trust me, with the semifinal fun. But if it's not working and you need to change something, I think you change that. The final, though, I don't need where that. Like, if you go to Miami or you go to New York, those fans aren't going to be into it. Are they?
Yeah, that's true.
Not
I'm
if
just
their
saying.
team's
So
not in it.
where do you go?
Yeah.
That team's home court, like the Brooklyn Nets. So, like for me, like why move it out of Vegas unless you guys can come up with an idea?
Bahamas.
Okay, just for one game.
Like the Holiday Classic tournaments for college.
Yeah.
I understand they're tournaments, but yeah, it's the NBA.
Okay.
Or take it overseas
For one game.
for one game. Yes.
So you fly all the way.
What does the NFL do? Don't they go play a game?
Well,
Like,
they play every week. They play once a week though,
But,
and then you have
but
that
I'm
week
saying
off
like
usually
one,
after.
like
So
2 teams go for they just go
Yeah.
there and back. They don't stay for a month.
I know, but they don't. I'm saying you only play one football game a week. You're playing 4 games, but I guess you
But
wouldn't
it's
if
just
you were.
one game.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it then.
Think about the Abu Dhabi.
You know what? You have changed my mind. If you can pull that off, I'm in.
Wow.
Yeah.
That didn't take much. Are we still rolling here? The Thunder dropped just their 2nd game of the season versus the Spurs. Bucket or brick. The
Are we
Thunder
off the
will
air?
break the Warriors' record of 73 regular season wins.
I'm gonna
They're 80-2 right now.
I'm going to brick it, Brez. They can.
Really?
They are good enough. I'm just going to go with 72. I think they're going to get to 70, 71, 72. I think they're going to come up just close. Although I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if they did. They're going to try, it looks like. I just think they're going to come up a little bit short because I think teams will beat them. They're going to lose some games.
I'm going to bucket it just because I've seen a lot of their games, and it's like, what is this? I mean, they're killing people.
They are.
Their average margin of victory is what, 19 points or 18 points?
I think the Bulls were 45-3. The Bulls were 45-3 at one point.
That's gnarly. Have you done your Christmas shopping yet?
What?
Squirrel!
Brick.
Brick.
That does it for this edition of the Lakeshow
course I have.
podcast. Presented by
Everybody's
Morocco
set.
Casino Resort and Spa.
I spent thousands and thousands on everything.